I'm at the Eiffel Tower, and this is Paris. Chinese President Xi Jinping started his visit to Europe from France, and this is also his first trip abroad of the year. This year marks the 60th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties between China and France. The two sides have agreed to expand cooperation in green energy, smart manufacturing, biomedicine, and artificial intelligence. The leaders also exchanged views on the Ukraine crisis and the Palestine-Israel issue.
It has to be done just to understand each other because we have very different culture, civilization. So I think, yes, they should do that and try to understand. Because, well, when you have a negotiation, of course, everybody is expressing its, well, official position, but you have to go further than that.
On the sidelines of official meetings, President Xi was invited to the Pyrenees Mountains for more informal talks and a chance to strengthen personal bonds. Chinese compatriots from nearby cities rallied at the Tarbes airport. Many had traveled overnight to extend their welcome.
能见证中法友谊这么历史性的一刻，所以同学们也是很激动，也是非常欢迎习主席的到来。
The two presidents and their wives watched folk dances and enjoyed local cuisine. President Macron visited the area often as a child, as his late grandmother lived nearby, bringing his guests here seen as an extension of warmth and a setting to build closer ties. Enthusiasm and hospitality continued on the second leg of President Xi's trip. The Chinese president was greeted by a crowd of some 15,000 people assembled in front of the Palace of Serbia. Receiving thunderous applause and cheers, President Xi waved to the crowd at the building's balcony alongside President Alexander Vučić.
For our country, for our President Vučić, and for us, it's very, very important this day.
During the two leaders' talks, President Xi said the ironclad friendship between China and Serbia has stood the test of the changing international landscape. They agreed to expand cooperation to generate positive economic and social impacts.
We are foreseeing collaboration in research in space, but also elevation of poverty. So these are our two main topics. Amazing day for Serbia, and I think this is a big step for future collaboration between our two countries.
The two leaders have signed a joint statement on the building of a China-Serbia community with a shared future in the new era, an upgrade of bilateral relations. President Xi's last stop in Europe is Hungary. Hungary is a close partner of China. It is the first European country that has signed a Belt and Road cooperation document with China. Arriving in Budapest, President Xi was welcomed by students from the Hungarian Chinese bilingual school. The Chinese president visited the school in 2009 and replied to a letter to them earlier this year, encouraging the students to strive to welcome envoys to further develop the two nations' friendship.
学中文多长时间了？已经10年了。10年了，难怪中文说这么好。对，到校花，现在什么感受呀？很开心。
People-to-people exchange is just one example of cooperation, as the two countries expanding ties within the framework of the Belt and Road Initiative.
The Belt and Road Initiative, coming from China to other countries. I call simple this part of BRI as Western opening of China.
China and Hungary have decided to elevate bilateral relations to all-weather, comprehensive, strategic partnership in the new era. President Xi's 6-day trip marks his first visit to Europe in nearly 5 years.
France is the biggest power in the European Union nowadays, so it is very important to discuss when Serbia and Hungary in the Central Eastern European countries, they are the biggest partners of China, and of course for us, China is the biggest partner from if we see outside of the European Union.
China regards Europe as an important dimension in its major country diplomacy. China and Europe are striving to seek cooperation. President Xi's visit to France, Serbia, and Hungary have set the blueprint for future development across Eurasia continent. Zhao Yunfei, CGTN.